Good morrow, everyone. Today it is a good day, a new day. We're starting off with a good movie, maybe. Or is it a bad movie? Who knows? We're gonna be taking into tons of adventures, into tons of places, mostly horror, of course. But today, I am the plague, and I am going to review Obsession. Obsession, it is a 2026 movie written and directed by a bunch of YouTubers. Yes, I did not do my research on this, much like I didn't do the research back in the 1600s to cure anybody, because they were already dead, so who cares? Anyways, Obsession is a movie about this teenage boy who desires, well, I don't even know if he's a teenage boy, but this boy who desires to fall in love with his best friend. But the best friend, puts him on the friend zone, as you could say, and yeah, he doesn't like it much, so he does go to this store with a bunch of trinkets and stuff like that, kind of like my rings right here, but he gets in there and he buys a one-wish stick. When he breaks the stick, like that, he wishes for, there's a little bit of spoilers, by the way, but when he breaks the stick, there is a wish for him, or for her, to fall in love with him, and to love him more than anything else. So, more than I love death, this lady is going to love this guy. In any case, they do go around and, they fall in love. It starts very innocently, where the girl is a little creepy, kinda gets into the mood a little too easy, because, she's in love with him. But, the boy, he starts getting a little freaked out that the girl is a little too obsessed. She starts doing like a bunch of really weird shit, but they end up kind of just falling in love. So it could be a little creepy at the beginning. She does start getting a little unsettled by how she is with him, because she's a little too much, to be honest. And I don't know, sometimes, girl likes you, you like girl gets obsessed, girl kills people. It just happens. But as I said, she starts killing people, basically. Anyone that stands in her way of her and her man, even when it's something so trivial as just being a friend, she will fucking kill you, basically. So she will take your life, and she will say to the boy that she did it because of him. So, you know where this is going. Hijinks ensue. He starts getting worried. He starts getting a little too comfortable with some of the things. I did not like that about this movie. It is a horror movie, but it gets a little too real, in the sense that Black Death is real, the plague was real. This bullshit did not help anybody, but in the movie, there's a little bit of abuse, you could say, and I did not like that. Horror movies are supposed to be a little fantastical, a little gory, a little, over on that side, the dark side, that's not real, but it does get a little too real in some places. The plague didn't really like that. I did get creeped out a little bit. It was a little creepy. I can admit that. It was a good movie. I'm going to admit that as well. But I don't know if I would ever watch it again. You know, it is a movie where I don't know if you could say it's good versus evil, as it's more just evil versus evil. And it just doesn't make too much sense. I do get it that when we have the power, we take over it and we do take advantage of it. But to me, the guy in this movie is kind of a dumbass, I would want to say. I don't know if this is a word from the 1600s, but I did not like the guy. The girl, good actress, she did play super obsessed. I wouldn't say that she's Oscar worthy because I do believe that playing an obsessed person, I don't think it should be too hard because I think all of us have been obsessed with something at one point in time. We know how to do it. Not taking away from her acting. It was a pretty cool acting, but I mean, it was cool. Who am I kidding? I just didn't like some of the abuse. I didn't like some of the taking advantage of. And I didn't like some of the stupidness. Like the friend wishing for $1 billion. That was just. And I know that people would say that I would do that. Well, good for you. Good for you. But for this, I did not love it. So I am going to give it, a grade from 10 plagues out of 10 plagues, of course. So out of 10 plagues is what I mean. So I'm gonna give it a 5 plagues out of 10. Only 5? Why only 5 the plague? Only 5 because I didn't like that it was a little too abusive and that in these times it's just not cool. It's not cool to take advantage of the girls like that. So sorry, 5 out of 10. But I would watch it, You could watch it, you could make your own decisions about it. But only 5 out of 10 for me. And this is my first review. Did you guys like it? Did you guys dislike it? Hopefully you can come back. I will do more reviews. I have Faces the Dead coming up. I also have Evil Dead Burns. Evil Dead Burns. Evil Dead Burns. There you go. I got it. But with that said, thank you so much. Go follow the Creep at Night of the Creep. Go follow at Nitro Podcast on the whole social media. Remember to click like and subscribe. And follow the Plague. The Plague loves horror movies. Laters. Bye bye.